I just wondered what kind of reaction you guys face when you take the Iraq Vets group to other veterans. You know, are they supportive? Do you encounter any resistance? Yeah, resistance or
friction.
Yeah.
I have never. The older the Vietnam type are, well, we have Vets for Peace, VFP, and there's a bit for VFW, and sometimes those of us in VFP like to call them VFW ones the Vets for War, because they tend to be, they're the old guard, World War II, Korea, Vietnam guys. You know, they drank the Kool-Aid, never recovered, and so you do end up having some of that. Those are real old guard. But when you go to any younger vets that are 40 or younger, they've experienced Iraq or Afghanistan, and we're all on the same page. So if there is any conflict, it's not you know, like in your face kind of conflict. It's a philosophical difference. The older guys are respecting it, like, you know, the older guys understand the difference of opinion, and like Andy said on Thursday night, you know, some of the Vietnam vets have a perception that we, as the Iraqi vets, have it harder than they had in Vietnam, and so they respect that. You know, there's a difference of opinion there, and I guess they can kind of see why we wouldn't be supporting the war anymore. But you know, as this war drags on, I think the entire, you know, you look at how unpopular it's gotten out in the street anyway. I think everybody recognizes that this war is exactly what it is. It's a war for profit, and you can't really be supporting what's going on in Iraq and be supporting America at the same time, because these two things do not coalesce. The war in Iraq is not in our best interest. You're not defending America when you're over there, and so the vets are all pretty much on the same page. So you don't end up having people yelling at you, you're unpatriotic and stuff like that. Funny thing is when you do have those people yelling at you, you're unpatriotic, those are the people who've never put on a uniform. Anyone else?
Yeah.
I was going to say
if we wanted, because I was going to say comment as well.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Anyone that's been through that hell there's no way that anyone who's actually been through that hell can't see the destructive nature and your soul destructive to your mind, body, and soul, and to all those around you, whether indirectly or directly, financially, so many ways. Because when you've been through something that traumatic, you're just left seeking the truth. You feel an urge to seek the truth of what's really causing this goddamn insanity. And you won't ever stop until you find the real truth. It's stressful, but it's worth it.
Yeah, you know what? No matter every generation is you can't tell me there was one generation that didn't have to be dragged into war, kicking and screaming. Okay, and there's dissent. There's been documented dissent from every war. Okay, I mean, let's see. Okay, we've got, just right off the top of my mind, you have Joseph Heller in Catch-22, Kurt Vonnegut in World War II. I mean, those are some of the individuals that, right off the top of the bat, who have well-documented dissent. What they had to do is they had to put it in fiction, because nonfiction would have been demonized at that time. So then you go to, well, another thing really off the side, there hasn't been a vet that I've talked to that hasn't been able to come to tears about talking with their. Let me give you a great example. There's a beautiful Beautiful man. If any of you guys have the chance to stop by while he's still here, I hate to say that term, but while he's still alive, you need to talk to Plato Cannell down on Cannell's Furniture, 3rd West. Okay, man served in World War II. Can't still, to this day, can't talk about it without coming to tears. That's significant. That just lets you know how hard these people were hit. 80-something years old, still bursts into tear ducts. That's significant. You can't tell me there's a single veteran out there. Even if you don't have the words to be able to articulate your feeling, you can't tell me there's one veteran that doesn't go, man, that was bullshit. Okay? And I mean, especially bad when you have a young kid die. There's one quote that people say, it just lets you know we're all on the same page. You're thinking about that guy, man, fucking died before he could have his first beer. Before he could even have his first beer. And that's, in that itself, you sit back, in the recess of your mind, you know it's wrong. So, and I especially find great bond with the Vietnam veterans. Great bond. There was a gentleman I met the other day, Mr. McMorris, and it's just what Gary was saying. I said it the other day. Mr. McMorris goes, you were in our, because my job, I wear a 82nd lanyard for my ID badge. It's a little bonding tool to let people, hey, another vet's looking out for you. I'm here. I care for you. I love you. And he went, hey, you were at the 82nd? I went, yeah, I was, in Tikrit and Mosul. He went, man, I was with the 25th ID. It was an infantryman in Nam. And I go, oh, man, I thank you so much. I identify with you so much. He goes, oh, how's that? You guys had it so much harder than we did. Somebody seriously lied to this guy. Somebody seriously lied to these vets, saying that, okay, we have it harder than any other generation. You couldn't possibly conceive how bad they have it now. No, that's dismissing history. That is completely dismissing years and years and years of documented testimony to how wrong this is. That's dismissing it.